Hi, welcome to my very first tip of the week video, a feature that I hope to carry on doing every Monday. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend as I did, and you're all set for a new week with plenty of interesting things to do. Now, to get us started with self-publishing, I just want to be sure that we are all on the same playing field and we all understand what this is all about. So I decided to talk about what is self-publishing and what are the steps that will take you to self-publishing, to getting self-published. Now, publishing, it simply put, is a process where you get a manuscript or something that you have written into a platform where your potential readers will find them. Now, if you write something and you place it on your coffee table or you leave it on your bedside table, no one will ever get to see it unless, of course, maybe your relatives or your close friends who have access to those areas. But if you write something and you want other people to read what you have written, then you need a platform where your potential readers can find your book or the thing you have written to read. And that is where publishing takes place. In the past, for you to get published, you have to go through what is commonly known as traditional publishers. When I was growing up in Nigeria, the popular one I knew at the time was Oxford Press, and they were a great publishing outfit. And there are many others, depending on the region that you live in, who are traditional publishers. Now, they take manuscripts from people like you and I. They send it to people, their staff, that they've trained in-house. Remember, they are a business, and their business is to sell books. So when they take your manuscript, they first of all look at your manuscript to see if it is something that they want to see or what they think that their potential readers will want to read. They may alter a little bit of what you have done, help you to create your book cover, help you to find editors, and even help you with the promotion. And then your book will be published. Sometimes, or many times, manuscripts get rejected by traditional publishers for many reasons. Sometimes they think that your book will not sell. But times without numbers, we have seen authors that were once rejected by traditional publishers that have gone on to become best-selling authors. Prominent of these, a few of these include Amanda Hawkins. You can check her up whenever you have a minute or two, or Dane Graziosi. These are people that were rejected or turned down by traditional publishers, and their book turned out to be best-selling books. So no one has the right to say what would sell and what would not sell. It is usually best to leave it with the readers to decide what works and what doesn't work. That does not mean that we don't do a little bit of work or research to see that the readers get what they need and they get good quality work from authors. Now, we've talked about traditional publishing. We will talk about that as we go on in our tip of the week on Mondays. But today we are focusing more on self-publishing. What is this? Now, in 2007, Amazon, first, I'd like to let you know that Amazon is the #1 bookseller on earth. And they are also the #1 platform where most authors publish their book as self-publishing authors. Now, in 2007, they launched a little device called the Kindle Reader. Now, this device is a little bit bigger than my phone. for the first time, people could carry on a little device like this millions of books, magazines, or articles, or anything that you want to read on just that simple device, and you can read these things wirelessly. Now, before 2007, nothing like that existed. I mean, today we are all spoiled. I do most of my reading on my phone. And I cannot even imagine a world now without carrying my phone or doing all my readings here. It's just so convenient. But before 2007, this was not the case. You had to carry physical books everywhere you go. But today, you can read just about anything on your small device. Now, this awesome device, the Kindle Reader, was dubbed at the time the iPod of books because there was nothing like that before that time. About the same time period, Amazon also launched its publishing platform, the KDP, or Kindle Direct Publishing, where ordinary people like you and I could now transform our manuscripts into a book, and people could come there to buy your books in digital formats. 2 years down the line, they launched what is now known as CreateSpace. Now, CreateSpace converts your manuscripts into paperback formats. And what is even more interesting about CreateSpace is that they only print on demand. So you don't have to go to a publisher or a printing press, for instance, and tell them, print me 1,000 of these books, and then you have thousands of books in your house, in your garage, and hoping that somebody will buy them. On Amazon, you don't have to do that. When people order for your book, Amazon prints out your book and sell your book to them, and then you get your royalty from that. Awesome, right? You don't have to deal with customer service. You don't have to deal with shipping. You don't have to deal with anything. Amazon does it for you, which is kind of convenient because my books on Amazon, I hardly touch them. I don't touch them. The only ones I have are personal copies or what I choose to give to friends or relatives who want my books. But how do you get to the point where you get published on Amazon? There are 7 steps. I was going to get a board, but my whiteboard is not ready for today, but hopefully in the future, I'll be able to draw these things for you to see it clearly. But maybe sometime during the week, I will give you diagrams for it on my posts on this in this group. There are 7 steps that takes you to that point. What are the steps? Number 1, every author goes through that. You research your topic. You become clear on your mind what you want to do. Are you writing a fiction or a non-fiction? What genre are you going to be on? Do you want to write romance novels? Do you want to write self-help books? Do you want to go for children's books like I did? Do you want to write recipe books? You need to be clear on that. And then you do some bit of research, which I'm going to teach you as you go in this process. I'm going to teach you how to do a bit of research. Remember that in my first video, I told you that I made a lot of mistakes. And I don't want you to do the same mistakes or make the same mistake that I did. I didn't do any research, so I didn't even know what people were searching for, because you need to know what your readers want before you even put your book out there. So those are the first steps you need to do. Know what they want. Know how you're going to put the book in such a way that people will be interested in reading your books. Then when you are clear on that, you go to the fun bit of writing. Now, as moms and women, you are already used to multitasking and doing different things at the same time. You may be in full-time job, you may be in part-time job, you may be a stay-at-home mom. I've been through all of those. I've been a full-time working mom. I've been a part-time working mom. I am currently a stay-at-home mom. I've enjoyed all different parts, and I have to juggle things in every stage to know what to do, doing several things at the same time. So if you are going to write a book, you need to manage your time and buy out time from other places. to create and commit to a set time where you actually do your writing. Now, when you have written that amazing thing that you want to write, I mean, there are lots of things you can write as a mom. Over 40, oh, you are full of loads of experience. You can write just about any topic. Recently, I heard about someone who wrote on helping children to helping moms with children with eczema. I remember as a child, I suffered from that, and I wish I knew how to treat such using natural remedies. Now, this person wrote on that and did a course on that, and she's nailing it. So, if you know something that others don't know, why not write a book? Why not create a course? Why not let them know about what you're doing? Yes, while you help people, you benefit in return. So help other people so that you yourself can be helped in return. Now, when you finish writing, you want to call somebody else to look at your work and to see that you cross all your T's and dot all your I's in what is known as editing. So you get at least 2 editors to look over your shoulder and check that everything you've written is just the way they should be. Then when you finish, the fourth step will be your book cover. I'm sure you must have heard, do not judge a book by its cover. But let me tell you this, it's a secret. People will judge you by your book cover. Don't mess around with this part. You don't want to create this awesome piece of work and put in a bad book cover and discourage people from looking at your work. So a book cover is a great, is a very important part of your book writing. And you need to follow the instructions on any platform, Amazon or Ingram or different types of platforms that you can submit self-published books. They all have their own requirements. So you need to look into such requirements and format your books in the way they want. Then you need to plan your launching. You launch your book and let people know that this great book is coming out. And then you click the publish button, which is the 6th stage. That is the easiest part, when you click publish and now your book is online. Now, after publishing, another mistake I did, you don't just put your book on Amazon and expect that by some miracle that book will start selling. No, it never happens in that manner. You need to promote it. You need to market it and let people know that you have this awesome book on Amazon. Now, sales and marketing is one of the most difficult parts of an author's life. Most of us don't like sales and marketing. I don't want to tell people to buy anything from me. But if you have an awesome thing to sell, you have a product or a service to sell, it's not a bad thing to let people know about it. Unless the thing you are selling, you're not sure of it, or the thing you're telling people is a lie, then please don't tell people lies. So if you have a great product or you have a great service, yes, tell people about it. Tell people how great this is going to benefit them. It is not a bad thing to do that. So sales and marketing is one of a big part of your publishing journey, and you should not do like I did. You should promote your book. You should tell everybody else about it. And although I mentioned it at the 7th stage, you don't have to put it at the 7th step. From the moment you decide on what you want to write, you need to start telling people about this awesome book that you are writing. I waited until I clicked the publish button before I told people that I am doing something awesome. So don't do that. Tell people about what you are doing from the beginning and let them know that you're doing this awesome book and that they're looking forward to it. And so when you click that publish button, people already know they are expecting your book, and now you can promote your book to everyone around. Don't hide it. Tell people about it. I mean, I'm not saying that you should irritate people, that every friend you meet, you kind of irritate them with buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. People get irritated by that as well. I don't like it when people do that. But tell people, we're going to talk about some cool ways you can let people know about your books. So these are the steps, and this is what self-publishing is all about. I hope we are now clear on this, and please join me again next Monday as we take another aspect of self-publishing. You have a great rest of your week, and if you have any question, please post in the group. Comments in the comment section of this video and let me know what you think, and if there's anything you need help with, I'm always one click away. Take care and enjoy the rest of your week.